All right, good evening, everyone. And I'll give people just a couple more minutes to join. This one's actually going to be a little bit of a quicker video. I think I move a lot faster when I'm the only one in the studio. I guess it's a little more boring when it's just me. So you'll have to forgive me about that. But you can always pause and fast forward and rewind. This should be like any other YouTube video where you can go back and forth um, just as long as you don't get ahead of me during the live stream. All right, and whenever you're ready, we'll go ahead and get set up. Go ahead and grab your blocks, your bolster if you have one, or just a couple pillows is good, a couple blankets, and we'll begin as we always do with some relaxation. Go ahead and put one block on the high level, one block low. Go ahead and drape your pillow or bolster over top. Relax arms and legs, and just begin to notice your breath. And see if you can let your inhales and exhales be a little longer, a little deeper, a little more relaxed. Just giving yourself permission to let go. Alright, go ahead and wiggle fingers and toes. Maybe stretch out if that sounds good to you. You can circle the rest of the ankles. And make your way. And we'll bring the right hip up. And to either side. Yep. And so one of the nice things, if you happen to be suffering from vertigo or know someone who is, it's nice to have the head on approximately the same level and be able to look straight ahead. So that's why I was kind of playing with the blankets there, because that's the feedback I've gotten. And so it's just very interesting how little changes can sometimes throw people's sense of where they are in space off. And that's obviously very disorienting. Anyway, go ahead and walk the hands back in, and we'll move over to the other side, left hip up, hands to either side, and relax. A few deep breaths. And come on back up. We'll move the blanket out of the way, move the bolster out of the way, and you can either roll up the blankets or grab the oval block. Those are good. And just as a little reminder, I like to use 2 blankets when I roll them up. And just showing here that if you need a little more head support, you can always put more blankets up there. And go ahead and bring that oval block or blanket roll between the shoulder blades and relax the head. Come back to the breath. And you can stay here, you can extend the legs forward, you can interlace the fingers, press the palms up, guide pinky fingers behind the head, whatever feels good. And go ahead and bring the arms back by your sides, bend the knees, place the feet on the mat, tuck the chin, the chest, come away from the oval block. We'll move it out of the way, and then we'll do the block under the hips. So you can leave that back block there if your neck needs more support, or you can move it under the hips and let the head relax down. Come back to the breath. Letting gravity do the work to stretch the low back. And go ahead and lift the hips, move that block out of the way. Make your way onto your side and up to seated. And we'll move the blocks up to the front. Make our way up to seated. So you can sit on the blankets, you can sit on the bolster. Whatever feels good to you. I'm going to go ahead and sit on the bolster. And make sure your strap's handy so that we can use it for our shoulder stretches. Or a belt or a tie. Lots of things work well as a strap. Alright, go ahead and lift the right arm up, open the chest, little side stretch. And bring the left arm up over to the other side. And continue back and forth at your pace. Lingering in whichever side feels better today. All right, one more. Good, and come on back and check with your posture. Belly and chest lifts. Maybe right ear toward the right shoulder. Maybe take right hand to left side of the head. Maybe walk the left fingertips to the left. And you can rotate the chin. You can move that arm up and down to find a good stretch today. And whenever you're ready, we'll move to the other side. Left ear toward the left shoulder. Just checking in. Moving the chin or the arm. And come on back. And we'll do the twist. Chin over the right shoulder. You can stay here. You can do right fingertips to left cheekbone. You can walk left fingertips to the left. And you can always feel free to skip this one if it doesn't agree with you. And come back to center, over to the left. And come back to center. Chin halfway over the right. Right hand comes to the back of the head, chin to the chest. Left hand can stay or reach across the low back. It's all about what feels good in that top of the shoulder area. A few deep breaths. And whenever you're ready, we'll switch. Chin halfway over to the left. Chin to the chest. Right hand can stay or reach across. And come back to center. We'll do the circle. You can either do shoulder to shoulder or support the back of the head. I know today, when I filmed this, I was all about just shoulder to shoulder. I'm like, this feels perfect today. And if you're circling, I like to do about 5 in one direction and then 5 in the other. Or you can do one direction a little longer if it feels good to you. After all, it's your body. It's got to be right for you. All right, and whenever you're ready, come back and we'll grab the strap. We'll unravel it. I like to grab the buckle so that I don't accidentally hit myself in the face with it. And go ahead and take the strap as wide as you need it and bring it behind the shoulders. Maybe look up. A few deep breaths. And roll the shoulders. We'll do that 2 more times. Reach up, guide it back. And come back around, roll the shoulders. One more time. Reach up, guide it back. Come back around. And we'll do a couple circles behind the shoulders and around. And after this circle, reverse. One more. Awesome. And go ahead and bring that strap over the right shoulder. Yep. Oh, oops. I did that out by accident. All right. And we'll bring the hands forward onto the blocks. And we'll do a little back and forth. Oops, that wasn't supposed to happen. So go ahead and ignore the video a little bit. Go ahead and bring left forearm on the left thigh, right arm up, reach across. And then whenever you'd like, you can come down into that lizard lunge. If you like what I'm doing here, pigeon pose, feel free. That can be a great stretch in the hips. Sometimes I'll even bring a pillow under my hips just to support, especially if I'm feeling particularly tight. But if it's too intense, don't worry about it. We have other hip stretches later. All right, and come on back. Reset the blocks. We'll do the other side. Right foot forward. Little back and forth with the hips. And whenever you're ready, right forearm on the right thigh, left arm reaches up. And remember, you can always stack the blocks on top of each other. You can also take that right leg out to the right if that feels more stable for you. It's mainly a personal preference. Just like you can stay looking forward instead of looking up, both are fine. You're still getting the low back stretch. And come on down. And we'll do that lizard lunge. You can stay here, you can come on the forearms, back knee up or down. You can get rid of the blocks if this is particularly easy for you. And you're not feeling a good stretch, that's totally cool. All right, and come on back up. And again, you can spend more time with that left foot forward. I'm going to be making my way into pigeon on this side. It's because a lot of people like that, and I like to do a little hamstring stretch beforehand. But yeah, you'll see that here in a second. All right, and again to pigeon on this side. We'll bring right knee behind the right wrist. Left foot points toward, or the right foot points toward the left hip, and walk the left foot back. And then I like to stay up on some support. Some people like to come all the way down on the ground. That's fine. It's all about what agrees with your hips. All right, go ahead and come back up. We're going to do a little core work. Curl the right toes under, press through the right heel. And I like to keep the toes pointed down because that helps keep the hips honest. Reach the left arm forward. Few deep breaths. Just keep reaching. It all builds the core. All right, another side. Left toes under. Right arm reaches forward. Almost there. And let it go. One more each side, and we'll do the knee to elbow. So curl the right toes under, left arm reaches forward, knee to elbow. Extend. 4 more. Reach. 3. Last one. Reach and hold. 3, 2, and 1. Let it go. And curl the left toes under, press through the left heel, right arm reaches forward, maybe knee to elbow. Extend. Good. 4 more. Reach. 3. Good. 2. Last one. Reach and hold. 3, 2, and 1. Let it go. A little bit of hip strength. Right leg lift and lower. Few times. 3, 2. Last one. Hold. 3, 2, and 1. Let it go. Left side. 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Hold. 3, 2, and 1. Let it go. Right leg lift up, kick up. 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Hold. 3, 2, and 1. Let it go. Left leg lift it up. 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Hold. 3, 2, and 1. Let it go. All right, we'll do our back strengthening move. So go ahead and move that blanket out of the way. And if you're more comfortable, you can go ahead and do the standing and reaching back toward the wall at the wall. That'll probably be featured in my next Healthy Back Swing class. And this is another option that I wanted to provide, is that you can always stay in Sphinx pose with the elbows under the shoulders. That's another great passive back bend that builds a little bit of strength. Anyway, go ahead and squeeze the elbows in, lift the hands, squeeze the legs together. And we'll do 2 more. Elbows reach back, lift the chest, reach back through the feet. And let it go. One more. Reach back. Lift the chest. Let it go. Nice job. And go and reach the arms by your side. Squeeze the legs together. Reach back. Lift the chest. Reach back through the feet. See if you can lift the thighs off the mat. Maybe touch the big toes. And come on down. 2 more. Reach back. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let it go. Nice job. Remember, you can always take a break. You can hang out on the ground. You can hang out in Sphinx pose. It doesn't matter. Just as long as we don't overdo it. Let it go. And go ahead and bring the left forearm in front. Reach the right hand back for the top of the right foot. Few deep breaths. And release. And reach the left hand back for the top of the left foot. Draw it in. Few deep breaths. And let it go. And go ahead and bend both feet. Reach back to the tops of both feet. Press the feet in the hands. Lift the chest. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let it go. 2 more. Come on up. 4. And here I'm just showing how you can still get a lot of action in the upper back without even lifting the thighs off. I think that's one of my favorite things about this pose is that you don't have to have everything working together. But if you do, you can always reach back even further. And whenever you're ready, we'll make our way onto our backs. Seems to have skipped some stuff. I'll have to fix that for tomorrow's live stream. Anyway, we'll do that piriformis stretch. Left ankle over right thigh. Draw it in. And you can do right ankle over left thigh, draw it in. I know that was very brief at the beginning of this video. And if you'd like, go ahead and bring the knees over the hips, right ankle over left, or right knee over left knee. Draw it in. You can grab behind the thighs. You can grab along the calves. You can grab the feet. You can put a strap around one of the calves. It doesn't really matter. And then left knee over right knee. Draw it in. All right, and let it go. And I'm just going to do a couple circles with the knees because that sounded good to me that day. So you can do that. You can do something else. It doesn't particularly matter. We're just trying to get as much movement as we can in the knees and in the hips. Well, not so much in the knees, mainly in the hips, so that we get that synovial fluid rotating through the joint. And whenever you're ready, draw the knees toward the armpits. Happy baby. You can walk the hands up. Reach for the feet if you'd like. And I'll point out for those of you watching that I must have accidentally edited out the part where we did the hamstring stretch when we came out of the back strengthening. Pause and do that. Or you can refer to Friday's movie and do that one as well. Fast forward to that part where it's the hamstring stretches, but I'll have that fixed for next time. In the meantime, I'll set up for rest. 1 block on the high level, 1 block on the low level. Bring the bolster over top. Blanket for the neck if you'd like, and I'm going to roll up the other blanket under the knees. And then relax fingers and toes. Allow arms and legs to feel nice and heavy. Relax glutes and torso. Bring a little space between the teeth. Allow the eyes to rest deeper in their sockets. and let go of any expression you're holding on the forehead. Maybe deep breath in and sigh it out. If you'd like again, and stay for as long as you'd like. Thanks for joining me, and I'll go ahead and get those little kinks worked out before next time. Thanks for your patience again, and I look forward to seeing you online again soon. Have a good evening.